guys, Chris here, back with another GTA video. Today we're going to be reviewing the best businesses in the game from the MC, the CEO, the hangar, the bunker, the nightclub. So yeah, let's hop right in. Alright, first at number 10 we have the document forgery. Now, the reason I put this at number 10 is because it's not really a great business. I mean, I have half the product filled up and I'm only going to be getting 42,000. It's the worst way to make profit, and when you buy a batch of supplies, when you keep buying those batch of supplies, you get like 100k profit when you could be, or like 50k profit when you could be getting like 200 or 300. So that's why document forgery is number 10 on my list. Alright, next up on our list, coming in at number 9, we have the weed business. This is kind of like the document forgery, although it's a little bit better. I mean, this shouldn't be like your first business to buy, just because it's one of those things that's like a good add-on to all the businesses you have, but it shouldn't be like your first 3 businesses. So that is why the weed business is at number 9. Alright, next up at number 8 we got the hangar business. This one might be a little controversial, but the reason I'm putting this one at number 8 is because, quite honestly, it is arguably the toughest business to maintain. Because I mean, you have to have 50 crates, each of these, 50 narcotics, 50 chemicals, blah blah blah, and you get $10,000 for one crate, when in other businesses you could be getting like, I don't know, it just takes a while unless you don't have people to help you with. This is the most unfriendly solo business in the game. Probably one of the best with people, but because this is more so a solo business one, or not really a solo business chart, but it just balances out and it falls down to number 8. Up on the list we got counterfeit cash. This one is a lot better than the weed and document forgery, but it unfortunately is not better than the cocaine or the meth. It's a great business. It was actually one of the first businesses I got. MC businesses helped me tremendously, but don't recommend. Well, yeah, this could be your first business, your MC business to buy, just because it's the right price and it gives you the right profit. But because it doesn't give you a lot of profit, that's why it comes in at number 7. Alright, coming in at number 6, we got the CEO crates, or cargo, whatever you want to call it. Now, this is in 6th place because, kind of like the hangar, it's not too complicated to use. I mean, I sold like a little bit, but it's kind of like those little things, like how much you need to sell to get one vehicle, you know, which ones do you sell to get the best profit, you know, stuff like that is just what makes it like annoying. And then the fact that you have to either buy a large, a medium, or a small is a little annoying because they're pretty expensive, but overall it's a pretty good business because you get a lot of money from it when you do. But just like the hangar business, you need a lot of people to sell. Well, sometimes you get one solo or one car for the big sell, but most of the time you need multiple cars, and the sell missions are pretty annoying. And that is why the CEO crates is coming in at 6th place. Alright, coming in at number 5, we're starting to get into like the good profitable businesses. We have the meth business. The meth business is a lot better than the counterfeit cash, and it's the second best MC business. Now cocaine is, I'm putting it right under cocaine just because it makes a tiny bit less money than the cocaine does, but if it did make more money it would just be in top. So only reason I'm putting it under cocaine is because of that. So yeah. Alright, you guessed it, coming in at number 4 is the cocaine business. This is pretty straightforward. It's the best MC business in the game. Best well, one of the best passive income businesses. Oh, and speaking of which, this list is only passive income, like, well, the hangar business and the cargo and import-export isn't passive, but like the facility, the arcade, I'm not including that just because those aren't like businesses, if that makes sense. It only lets you do heists, but those aren't like actual businesses. Those are only properties, and this is a business ranking, not a property ranking. But yeah, this cocaine coming in at number 4. Number 3 spot is the nightclub business. Now, the nightclub is a unique business because it's I don't really know how to explain it. It's passive and it's also active. Passive and active meaning you have to complete, like, I don't know how to explain this. The nightclub portion, you have to have popularity missions to keep it afloat, which kind of falls into the active, but passive because this whole business thing is, you know, you let your technicians supply the business for you. But with this one, I'm putting it on the number 3 spot just because you have to have all these businesses before you can start. You have to have the bunker, you have to have all the MC businesses. You know, it's not really something that you can start out with, meaning it drops it down in spots. So that is why the nightclub comes in at number 3. Alright, coming in at a controversial number 2, I have the bunker. Now, choosing number 2 and number 1 was pretty hard, but I decided to choose the bunker just because of the fact you can get a pretty good sum doing this solo. You can get upwards of $300,000 in 2 hours, but with the import-export, you're able to get upwards of about 400k in 3 hours. So it's the best passive business in the game, that's obvious, but to the fact that you have to wait 2 hours and do nothing, well, obviously you can do other stuff, but that you can't like control it is the only reason that it's number 2. But yeah, that is why the bunker is at number 2. Alright, you should have known it was coming. Taking the first spot, we have the import-export business. Now this business was one of the best businesses, is the best business in the game, for the fact that you can do it 100% solo, and you control how much money you get. So let's say you want to source, sell, that's 80k per sell, and if it takes you an hour to get $160, do take 2 hours and make that 320,000. That is literally how much one bunker cell gets you, and the bunker takes 2 hours, so you can already have upwards of $400,000 by the time the next bunker supply is halfway through. So yeah, and this business is the first business that I actually bought because it was cheap and easy to start out, and is the most solo friendly business in the game. And yeah, that is why it comes in at the number 1 spot. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I enjoyed making this and ranking the businesses in GTA. And don't hate on me, this is all just 100% my opinion. If you don't agree, you don't agree. That's just, like I said, my opinion. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna about wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. This is Arceus, out of the house.